Hello everyone. Welcome back. I always like to pretend like I stream weekly, and somehow it always creeps up, and suddenly it's a month since my last stream. Sorry about that. I promise I will make a habit out of this eventually. But for tonight, we are here, and I have something what I think is pretty exciting. So you may have seen my Wraith Times article that I wrote last week, or that was published last week, I should say. Discussing Teklovossen, and am I live? Can y'all see me, chat? Just mic check real fast, because the last time I severely messed this up. Hey, welcome Scott. Sweet, thank you Kevin. So, I recently wrote a Wraith Times article because I really wanted to try to figure out Teklovossen as best as possible. And that involved looking at scrap versus boost cards. Ended up finding out that the math was a little bit split. Red Junkyard Dog, which Kevin in the chat has been very sad to see is in the sideboard of this current list, is good numbers. But in general, my takeaway, or one of my takeaways, music is louder than me. Sorry about that. Hold on just a second. I can fix that. How about now? Can you hear me better now compared to the music? Howls in Agony. I think that's a shadow card, Kevin, actually. But that article that I wrote was kind of predicated on an assumption. Music is gone now. Shit. Excuse me. Hold on. We'll find a good blend at some point. How about now? Should be 2/3 compared to my volume. That article was written assuming that you wanted to play Sentry Bases in your deck. And the more games of Teklovossen I played, the more games I was just like, oh my god, I drew another Sentry Base. I guess I'll block with this red 2 block. And even though on paper, the numbers for scrap are okay once you do scrap those Sentry Bases out of your graveyard, it felt bad. And so I started asking the question, are there different evos we can run? And the thumbnail might have spoiled it, or the fact that I put the deck list in the description, you can check it out below, might have spoiled it. But I'm kind of looking at the circuit breakers as a really nice incentive to play full boost. Especially considering that they're instants. So they let you, as an instant, during the resolution step of a chain link, play them on one of your Steel Souls and actually get to use that 6th point of block value that doesn't really come up in a Sentry Base build. This is a super aggressive Teklovossen list. We have zoom in exactly, Scott. I'll be honest, this is the 59th and 60th card in the main board. But opting is really good when we're trying to find evos on top, and we just need some critical mass of boost cards if all we're doing is boosting. And you will notice all we're doing is boosting. With Sentry Bases cut, there are no evos that we need to scrap out of the yard in order to get satisfactory value from them. If we need to block with a Steel Soul, It's a blue 3 block. It's fine. And so there's actually no scrap in the main. We have some in the side for really slow, grindy matchups. But this is an aggro deck. We are playing boost cards, and we are killing our opponents. And the best way to do that, obviously, is to buff up our attacks with Evo Facebreaker, get free resources off of Atom Breaker, and most importantly, Circuit Breaker is incredible in this list because normally you banish your Terminator tanks and your War Machines to boosts, and then they're gone forever except for the first one after Cogworks. But Circuit Breaker makes your banished zone a really safe place for your tanks to be until the late game. Have you tried out the Zoom set head or legs in this test just compared to the breakers? I haven't tried the yellow instant set yet. I'm not super impressed with the fact that you don't get any value from them outside of very minimal things the exact turn that you play them. I could see adding some in. They are yellows, like the floor isn't too low on them. But I've already found that drawing breakers is awkward. Putting more no blocks in the deck, I'm not so sure how I feel about that, but I'm rambling, I'm ranting enough. We should see what Teklovossen looks like in practice, right? What we're actually here for is to play Talishar. Why don't we hop into some games? Got the deck link here. I'm gonna hop in Classic Constructed. I'm still pretty sloppy with Teklovossen, so I don't want to have to spam my opponent for undos. So we're gonna play the regular queue and see how things go. Got Marvel Circuit Breaker from your case, just as planned. I'm jealous, Neurobedia, excuse me. I have opened 0 Marvels so far. Soon. I can feel it. One of these draft ProQuests. Dorinthea, okay. This matchup probably gets harder compared to the Sentry Base plan because we don't have as much armor. I expect it to be relatively slow and grindy, so we're going to play Leveler. Is there anything I want to change about the board here? It's the first game with the deck. We're going to play the 60. Let's just ship it. Sideboarding isn't something I really have figured out with this list yet, so I'm kind of going to wing it. But this is an excellent start. We get to equip a Steel Soul, arsenal a boost card, and say to our opponent, your move. Not playing High Octane. Curious if it's just not good enough on rate if we're starting Pistol enough. Yeah, I'm currently not on it just because the only combo in the deck with it is Pistol, and we're not presenting Pistol in every matchup. I think that this hand is really good, actually. They're attacking with a Naked Dawnblade. I mean, if you want to spend Bolter's turn 1, go ahead. Hoxing gets better the more cheap blues you play too. Yeah, that's fair. I just feel like just having Pistol synergy isn't enough for me personally. But it looks like we did not play into our opponent's reprise, and we get a turn to send 14 and maybe 15 damage at our opponent. I like the sound of that. Boost, show me an Evo. Terminator tank, perfectly fine, because we can get that back as a with our Circuit Breaker later. So this deck is playing 16 Evos, which means we're just over 25% of the time going to banish one to our boost. So boosting mostly in this list is a slightly above rate attack, and sometimes it draws you an extra card. Like that, right on cue. If this was a blue in hand, we could crack base chest and play it. It's not, but I'm never sad to arsenal a Terminator tank, of course. And we will pass. Well, this hand is very unfortunate. No one smart ever blocks naked Dawnblade for real, right, Joshua? A bit concerned by this hand, so maybe we're just gonna block out, unless they're gonna kill you, of course, yeah. Tunic isn't up, 5s. We're looking at 8, maybe 11. Man, this hand just really doesn't do anything, does it? I suppose, let's see, if we block 9, they need a Iron Song Reprise to go over the top. And then we just get to send back 5. This is fine, but it's not good. But like also we're choked on blues this hand. Twinning Blade, okay. Do I care about this hit? I don't think so. You can have some copper. It's like block 3 and not be able to do anything with the last card in our hand. Or take 3, send 4, maybe 5. Rather die than block naked Dawnblade. Hello, excited for the LL this week, Celis. Good riddance, and that's the nice thing that I'll say about Lexi. So last weekend I played a CC Pro Quest on your girl Iyslander, of course. Alright, come on deck. Show me the money. So good at this. We just have to draw blues and then we can play these Steel Souls. And I went 3 and 2, losing 2 games, of course, to Lexi, because that's how things go with that deck. Okay, okay. Sand is interesting. Now the Lexi players know how to feel as an Oldham gamer. Glistening. Okay, we are going to have to block a bit on this hand. And a Warrior's Valor. Are we going to have to block in this hand? Okay, this is going to be 3, 5, representing up to 8. I mean, I'm pretty happy to put 8 in front of this. If they go for singing reprise, we can fabricate +1 on the blocking evo. Yeah. Nope, don't have it. I think I'm fine to just equip my Steel Soul controller here. I would have loved to arsenal that fabricate, but it is our arsenal is clogged up by a Terminator tank that we really don't want to play until we have 2 evos equipped. What do we have here? Yeah, Mooberry, I didn't... Another glistening, okay. Well, we know that their arsenal isn't an attack react that can get over +3, so that's good to know for blocks this turn. Mooberry, I didn't want to fabricate the only blue out of my hand, because it was the only way for me to, like, really do anything that turn. See, so they passed with a card in hand. I think we only have to put 6 in front of this. And we can do that with here. Oh, that's pretty gross, but we have the combat trick. So we're gonna do +1. Don't super want to banish this from hand. It's our only blue in hand, so I think we're gonna put this under an evo we control that Evo being the Steel Soul Controller, it equates to 2 damage later on once we find our Facebreaker. Oh, that's a good point, Xandrino. We could have just done equipment block. That one I can't play around. Unfortunate. This should survive because we're fabricating currently. Yeah. Works for me. We get to throw a 6 power tank next turn. Which they can't full block on equipment. Yeah, so Zipper into tank would have been a good turn, Xandronal, if they didn't have the follow-up swing. But I don't want Dory to get 3 counters on that Dawnblade. Even if we have a 6-point life lead, probably not winning that race. You'll see me okay? Am I a little out of frame? I am a little out of frame. That's better. Hello, Rayland. Ah, someone has a D-react. Boo. Has the Arcane Iyslander been recently? Okay enough. I think it's fine into the current meta. I think it actually is getting a lot better now that Dromai with like 1 or 2 blues in her deck is tier 1. 1 or 2. 1 or 2 play sets. 3 to 6, I mean. This is for we've got to stop this counter. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, so I think we have to be disciplined and just put all these cards down and just play 0 to 60 on our turn. Hey, welcome Taylor, glad you made it. Because this blocks 10, they buff +6, still blocking. Yeah, I think this is just the play. Bottoming a firewall, would have loved to draw that next hand, but you know what? It's not an Evo. That is unfortunate. Teklo gang in the building. Okay, so they have to keep their counter this turn. And then come in for 5. We can block 5 just fine. The counter persisting is, of course, an issue. Oh, what did Firewall sync on the second time? Revealed a twin drive. I do want to boost. It is not an Evo. Alright, now this hand we might just be shipping damage. We can't actually block 5. It doesn't have go again. It doesn't have go again. Yeah, I can use my whole hand. Can you? You can. Okay. Well, we're gonna be a bit screwed then. Been sitting on that arsenal. I think this hand is just not aggressive, you know? I mean, to start with, we're gonna boost this twin drive. Hey, we had our face breaker. Let's go. Okay, we can play a processor. Does give the Dendro again. Do we want to cache in Cogworks? Can we? It also gives War Machine overpower, which is pretty nice. Yeah, we're just trying to Cogworks, get 2 resources, spend one of them to recycle a Terminator tank, play our circuit breaker, attack with Go again, and then throw an overpower War Machine. Hey, welcome Xavier. Yeah, the breakers being instants, so you always have a chance to play them, is pretty funny. Thought I'd play more with Dash.io since people are saying it is the wizard of the set. Well, Rayland, I happen to be playing with Dash.io a lot. It was an out for Blood and Arsenal. I am very high on that deck right now. Hand is not fantastic. Yeah, drawing free cards is very good. This hand, however, is not very good. We might just be dead. Maybe we'll see some Dio content though. I'm not sure. The deck, it might be too good. Oh, that's really unfortunate. Like, I might be playing it at some really major tournaments coming up. 8, potentially 11, but it's actually 9, potentially 12. With Tunic up and Bracers up. I mean, I think our hand only really does one thing. It calls them on the bluff of, do you actually have a react in hand? Keep revealing firewalls to firewalls. They don't. Good bluff call. Alright, well now they don't have any counters and we're up 7 life. This game just got like entirely different in one turn. Would I go aggro or control Dio? Well, let me break down the thought process Raylan like this. Dio's hero, I think I just want to arsenal this Mockbreaker. Yeah. Dio's hero power incentivizes you to play items. This looks like a great fabricate turn. Whew, yeah. Dio's hero power incentivizes you to play items. Items don't block. Therefore, you cannot be a blocky control deck. Therefore, you must be an aggro deck. If you try to play blocky control, so we actually get to play our mock breakers here. We won't get the action point from them, but we will get this sweet fabricate trick. He also draws cards on boost. Yeah, that's very true, Nerabedia. And I believe I want to fabricate early now. Banish an Evo draw card, and Evo permanents get +1 block this turn. I already have a chest in Banish, so I'm going to banish these arms, draw into another blue, always rewarded. But what's really cool is these now block for 1 each, and they don't have temper and they don't have blade break. They just block 1 after that fabricate. There is an issue here. Do we actually, hold on, do we actually care if this hits? Like, can we just present 10 next turn? 6, 7, 8, 9. Not really. Not instant out 1 early for extra 4 block. I think Dissolving Shield is a very good card, Xandronel. I just don't think it synergizes with Dio's actual game plan. If this was red, or if we had face breakers. Tunic is up. There's a really high chance they just go over the top. Or we can go to 11, put them really low. I think we just make them go over the top. Our turn, threaten to put them to 1, and then they have to start blocking everything we do. Sure. Dio for next turn, please? Maybe, maybe. This is for 4 because of Out for Blood. That's annoying. I don't really want to give them a counter. I don't know. What do y'all think here? Do we go to 11, give them a counter? And threaten to put them to 1 or 2? Sure. Yeah, I think we do have to. PMA, you're right. Like, if we take a full off turn here, Dory just gets to do the same thing next turn. We'll recycle 060 and Terminator Tank with our Circuit Breaker. Just 2 premium cards to have in deck. Threaten to put them to 2. I can't count. But, I mean, if we draw Overpower next turn, we just win, question mark? Worst case scenario is we draw a Breaker here. Looks pretty good to me. Fabricate is so good, it's absurd. +1. Put under a permanent I control. I don't really want to banish draw when I have a Steel Soul, a blue block 3 in hand. Yeah, this is fine, and we'll put it under our Face Breaker or Circuit Breaker. Can't reprise this if we don't block. That's true, Taylor. But also they can just kill us, question mark. Can't block with Steel Soul Controller, it'll die, and we want the Overpower. Ugh. Really like the circuits in a boost plan. I mean, do we just... I'm so tempted to just not block. This hand's so good. Screw it, we aggro. This is like not disciplined at all, by the way. I just doubt that without reprise they can get there. Yeah, exactly, Kevin. Make him have it. That's them having it. Five. Yeah, I just don't want to give them Reprise. They have to have Tunic React in their yard and they don't. Or in their arsenal and they don't. Okay. Now we have tempo, all the tempo. Banish the Seal Soul. I did not mean to have that turned on, but it's fine. How about a big ol' 6 overpower when our opponent is at 2? Just throwing the Breaker Helmet arms in a boost plan. Yeah, Mooberry, I think those are the best, and I think it's not particularly close. I think there's an argument for Adam. I'm really underwhelmed with Mock Breaker, to be honest. Like, it's fine, but it's not great. It maybe should be charging rods. I just don't like not having like a full art set, which is really silly. How did they... Hi chat, am I crazy? Should this not have overpower? 3 or more evos gets overpower? Oh, it's reactions. Yep, that is how that works. That's pretty funny. I've been playing too much draft where it's just like overpower is dominate. I guess that's a pretty funny reminder that not functionally the same things. Ooh, Steel Street Enforcement, so good here. Let's see. So we know that their arsenal isn't a non-reprise react. So like the worst case scenario is it is a Singing Steelblade, or not Singing Steelblade, Iron Sun response. Steel Street good? Oh no way. Taylor, don't make me say it. Don't make me say it. Taylor and I have been having extended discussions about if Steel Street is worth playing. Yeah, I just don't... My read on them is that their arsenal can't get over this, which means that we blank their counters. Yeah. Is 7 blocked Enforce a go wide hand better? Potentially. Oh yeah, that was just a mistake from me, Xandronel. You're totally right. Bit late now. Yeah, so we should have blocked with Terminator Tank and just done Twin Drive into Leveler. Would have been 2 breakpoints, or not like evenly blocked by 2 cards. Now we're in a weird endgame. This is what happens when I try to talk to chat too much. Pitching the Glint, so they probably have one in hand. We are compelled to block. This, I think, is the only way we, like, don't lose the game. Puncher. So I take 1. Okay. That's not as bad as I thought. Yeah, chat, why are you over here distracting me like this? Why you gotta be so entertaining? I think we're losing this game, though. Puncher versus equipment from hand is so real. Okay, and now we die to drawing a no block. Although their arsenal isn't a 1-cost react. I have no idea what their arsenal is. It's really confusing me. We do get to Atom Break here though, and if I can, I have to very carefully select the gem. I'll take 2 resources after this. Yeah, exactly. Still throw 7. Yeah, 2 resources to attack with Leveler after this. Could be an overpowered red. Oh, Steel Street Enforcement. Shunt incoming? Don't you dare, Alex. We haven't seen any shunts all game, so I highly doubt there's a shunt involved. Don't say it, Taylor. Yeah, we're not going to block with the Steel Soul because we don't want to turn on Reprise. I think this gets around most reactions they could have, except for Route. If they have Route, we're dead, sure. They have shown us they have it in their deck, but they don't. What a grindy game this has been. Yes, boost. Oh! Come on. It doesn't get any better than that. Do we just get fatigued? Don't worry about that part in your video. Don't worry about that part. The answer is no though, because we're about to rebuy a tank attack. Shouldn't be with breakers. Let's put a Terminator tank in our deck. So we'll want to turn this on. We give 3 block. Top card is a tank. Okay, I got it. We got there. Leveler first. Then just attack with Throttle. We won't boost this time. Still takes 2 cards. What's the turn on off mechanic on the breakers? So breakers trigger every time you boost a card, but you obviously don't want to use it every time you boost necessarily. And so this is just a way to indicate, like, yes, the next time I boost, I do want to trigger the breaker effect. What a game this has been. So this one will boost just for funsies. Banish the Codworks. This is 6 throw again. Into the 9 overpower, down to the wire. If that's a D-react in their arsenal, I am gonna be so sad. Whew. Okay, Taylor. We did one. We were overrated that game. Love to see it. What a nail biter of a game. Stop the count, we're done. 100% win rate. I don't know what was in their arsenal at PMA. I'm really, really not sure. But hey, we did it. How about round 2? Nope. That's the link to this YouTube video. For some reason, it's not. Oh, there it is. Now it's saving. What a game. Dive and throttle kills. Yeah, but 9 overpower is just so much cooler. Seems like a neat little deck list so far. What does Teklovossen do versus heroes with arcane damage? We play AB3 pistol, and we just boost a lot, and we don't worry about evos. Rhinar, I do not want to play firewalls if I can help them. Scrapping, not very good. We'll play these pulse waves. We'll throw one more Annihilator engine in. Feel inspired to play a little Iyslander Vynnset later. Nice. I think the rest of this is fine, question mark. We should just be able to rush him down. Maybe, you know what, we'll throw the engines in there just to be sure. Let's try this. This is game 2, Joseph. You joined just in time. Just in time. Evo and opening hand. Oh, like what is the game? This is Flesh and Blood, Joseph. Welcome. It is a trading card game by the illustrious legendary Story Studios based out of New Zealand, and it is really, really fun. Got a cold foil Dio and life played when it powder carried someone. That is awesome, Space Moose. I mean, I'm pretty happy to block 6 equip an Evo and not discard to this pummel. Starting 2 life down is annoying. I like going second though. I personally want this to be a pretty fast, aggressive game, which is why I presented Plasma Pistol. If all things go well, we won't have time to get Leveler online. That said, Rhinar isn't the most explosive hero. Maybe that was a mistake. I haven't figured out exact sideboarding for this list yet. Beware pulping. Noted, Darth Prentice. Thank you for the warning. I just want to fish for Evos. Nope. Never sad to Arsenal War Machine. Do I care if I get CNC'd here? Like, I really just want to attack for a bunch and then Arsenal this Fabricate. Beware deck count. They present high. It's probably a more defensive list. That's true. Good point, Trevor Dunkus. what a screen name. We should be okay versus defensive lists because we have all the tank attacks. We are down 3, but we also cited 3 in because we're playing Annihilators. So we should be fine. Just have to make sure that no more end up in the graveyard. While I would love to play the Steel Soul Tower, it's just not going to happen given the resources in this hand. That one though, ooh. Leave that on top. Talk about having Evos available. Oh wait, no, I'm dumb. I mean, like, it's fine. We already have Circuit Breaker, so we can't play the Steel Soul memory. But we can give +1 power to dumpster dive, which sounds pretty nice to me. This, yeah, so I should have bought him that memory, but it's fine. This fabricate, we're gonna arsenal. We're gonna save it for when we draw a breaker. Was very defensive, Rhinar noted. So that we can put that breaker in banish, draw a new card, right? Or our opponent's gonna play more Command and Conquers. Remember what I just said about I don't wanna put any more tanks in the graveyard? This is becoming annoying. Is this okay? Our turn was 0 to 60. Shoot pistol with tank. I should have presented leveler. That's going to come back to bite me in this game. Boost. That is unfortunate. Not the no block card I want to be putting in my banished. And shoot for 2. No evos in this hand. We are getting pummeled. Certainly looks that way. Just not super interested in blocking. Yeah. Sure. Probably should have put Singularity in. The fact that I didn't is pretty sus. This Pulse Wave Harpoon will be good though. No hits. Considering how much damage this Rhinar is willing to take though, I doubt they can actually fatigue us. Like, life totals are moving along pretty well here. Is this an Oasis Respite? It is. Interesting. Okay. Sure. To be fair, it's hard to predict any Rhinar list, I would say, PMA. Nice. That's actually exactly where we want our tanks to be. This just guarantees that we'll have one later in the game. Yeah, I want to boost it. Fate Foreseen, Beast Within, Alpha Rampage. I would like you to not have the Alpha Rampage, please. So their turn is just going to be Claw Arsenal of Fate. Am I interested in twin driving again? Death tells on play style, immovable and Oasis are huge. Yeah, I mean it's pretty clear at this point. I think I want to start by throwing the zipper into the Steel Soul that we have in our banished. This controller. Just need to start actually equipping evos at some point. Also, I'm not sad putting reds in our second cycle. Alright, well, I guess we're fabricating. Oops, sorry. What is this? Could have progged Cogwarts to get 2 resources and do no Cogwarts to effect. Yeah. That's fair. Alright, certainly want to put this under our circuit breaker. We also want to do +1 block this turn. Four, 5. We take 3. We equip a Steel Soul on our turn. Arsenal, another Fabricate. No, that can't be right. We want to banish draw because this hand is icky. Put under banish draw. It's fine. We already have a Steel Soul in banished. We can block with this one pretty happily. Take 2 on our turn. It is load pistol, equip processor. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, give me some gas. There's some gas. Oh yeah, this is like actually good stuff now. Just more swing bids, huh? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. If they pummel us, we discard the 0 to 60. Should have boarded up more. Good to know for next time. We can actually fabricate if they pummel with a blue pummel. It's yellow. That's unfortunate. I guess I should just put circuit breaker in front of this, which is weird but kind of funny. Losing 0 to 60 certainly is unfortunate. What's really unfortunate is how many tanks we wasted at the start of the game. Just drawing them all clumped up like that was not very good. Excuse me. I mean, the hand does one thing. So we've got 4 tanks left in deck and banished. Reaction, yep. Need to find breakers pretty soon. Yeah, Neurobedia. Like the circuit breaker in front of that block would have been like really good. Drew into a mock breaker that we get to fabricate away. Definitely don't want a no block in this hand. Banish draw. This is our last fabricate. I would love to do +1 block. We might need it to survive this turn. Obviously I want to like put under, but we've already got 2 procs on circuit breaker. So this is probably the safer play. Once we banish this mock breaker, we can also play it. Then we're at 4 evos, and if the Steel Street Enforcement doesn't get banished, it blocks 5. It, of course, banished the Steel Street Enforcement. Unfortunate. Well, we're going to play our Mock Breakers because they blocked for 1 this turn. We can safely block with this Zipper hit because we'll get the Steel Street Enforcement back on our turn. And it obviously is not a card we're interested in arsenaling. So we're on the chain already. There's no on hit here. And then they just swing 6. 8. Yeah. This is 5 block if we want. Rhinar just doesn't really have on hits, so I think I would prefer to not get really, really low on life. This team is looking rough though, I gotta say. Show me a tank in my banished. Come on, deck, you can do it. We'll bottom that. Let's go. Draw into our face breaker off of a boost. All right, now we can start having some real turns. Oh, we might just be dead. Hey, remember what you said about watch out for pulping? That's hilarious. Pulping revealed next turn, gonna be gross. They whiffed! They whiffed! If only our hand did something! No! Okay, hold on. Thinking. When Processor transforms into Atom Breaker, we get 3 resources, which we can use to activate Teklovossen, which we can use to play our Face Breaker, which will draw us a card. So before blocks, in the attack step, I need to do that. Yeah, so we play this. Triggers, gain 3 resources, activate Teklovossen. That resolves. Then when we play this, we draw a card. Maybe that card blocks. It does. Let's go. What am I triggering here? What? Oh, we get to rebuy an attack. Look at that. Look at that. What are we taking? I mean, it's a tank, obviously. It's just Terminator tank, right? So now we don't want to boost next turn. Yeah. I got there eventually. But except they hit the discard this time. Unfortunate. Look at that, we're wearing a full breaker set though. Alex, don't worry about the non-equipment part. As long as their follow-up isn't too big. What's in Chillin' and Banished right now? A Steel Soul Controller? I mean, we just aren't interested in boosting next turn, right? Yeah, we are, because we can face break it. How much pummel they got left? Because pummel is going to be a real concern. We've seen 2 blues and a yellow. They probably have a blue left. Okay, I believe we want to face break here. And we want to mock break so we can attack with pistol twice. Atom breaker we don't need. If I can toggle it on, off. You are currently... Oh, this is so finicky. Toggled off. Except we want to toggle our circuit breaker on. Because when we boost this, we are guaranteed to hit that tank. Am I crazy? Isn't... Oh, it's 5 cards down. Yes. Yeah, that's how that works. Throttle it is. Yeah, I figured it out, Omar. I forget that finicky talishar interface Teklo is an illusionist. That's about right, yeah. I forgot that we did that on their turn, so we haven't drawn the next hand up yet, which is pretty funny. We banished an equipment though, so like, this is actually this is a zipper hit. We're gonna threaten 9 this turn. There's a world where there's a world where this Rhinar is just dead to overpower. If all the buttons in talishar are easy to press, then you're not playing a cool enough class. I agree, Scott. Oh, I feel so dead. This hand's so good though. Steel Street Enforcement. No pulping. Oh, what an actual disaster. Because claws are on now too. Twin Drive was banished. Go to 3. We have to give a card now on the claw follow-up. Ah, we're just dead. Only need 1 button to hammer. Fair, very fair. Sounds like a Guardian thing to say. I don't know, maybe they forget that they can't claw after this and we get to have a turn next turn. No, they remembered. We are in fact dead. Good game, Rhinar. Unfortunate. Those pulpings being so late were really rough. Taylor, I gotta say though, I see the appeal of Steel Street Enforcement. I really see the appeal of Steel Street Enforcement. Mock Breaker, funnily enough, was really cute there with Plasma Pistol. I will emphasize cute. Not quite sure it was good, but it was very cute. Regardless, I definitely should have played Leveler in that matchup. That's on me. Probably should have presented some more cards too. That's also on me. I just want to clarify, I am by no means an expert on the deck. I'm figuring this out just like y'all are. Vynnset. Arcane Barrier, no. I just don't want Vynnset to go first, so I will. Leveler, not super good with only 3 evos. We'll play pistol. More blues, please. we tried any -io variants? I have Cleveland cards. You're here and ready to judge, Kevin? No, I'm gonna look like such a fool, and they are too. Can take Mockbreaker out because we are not playing base legs. Fireball probably still fine. We definitely want to be the beat down here though. No Arcane Lantern anymore? No, not right now, Kevin. Card is very good. It's not currently in the list. I think when you're so boost heavy slanted, you have to be able to be flexible with your resources offensively. This is 62. We'll just ship this. It's fine. It's fine. Oh baby, double Evo. Hold on. I'm sorry. What? Hey Kevin, remember when you were saying you were getting ready to judge? You can judge now. Interesting. That's all I'll say. Love starting with a Steel Soul Memory though. Dread, Scythe, Vynnset, let's go. Monarch Draft PTSD. Okay. Real big. Does our hand just do anything? Not particularly. I actually don't mind the top card of my deck being banished, funny enough. So I think I'm okay with taking some damage here, arsenaling this tank, playing, and then just attacking with throttle plus super hit. Sure, let's ball. Watch this, Evo off the top. Unfortunate. Always want to lead with the cheap one in case we hit a Steel Soul just like that. Just like that! Do we have enough resources to play this as an instant? No. No, we don't. Sad. Well, our plan has for sure changed though. I think I would rather just tuck this in second cycle. Okay. Got another ruin. This sure smells like a pummel to me. Oh look, some luck. Literally never look at lucky. Oh look, some luck. Scott, that was perfect. Yeah, I'll take the damage. Card chest is +1, right? Couldn't you have 7 resources that way? 3, 5. I could have. It would have involved pitching the tank. Yeah, you're right, Kevin. You're right. There's just no on hit here. So we firewall and call the bluff on the pummel. Seriously, goes on the bottom. No pummel. No pummel, no problem. Alright, now for this dumpster dive to hit. Oh, I should have blocked with my chests. Or we're just infinitely lucky on our Evo banishes this game. Chat, you can't make this shit up. Yeah, I'm not only playing a hard hero, I'm also trying to be entertaining for y'all. It's a really tough balance to strike, I gotta be real. Yeah, so I really should have blocked with my processor last turn, because I'm about to turn it into an atom breaker. But you live and you learn. And you may be thinking, well, we don't have enough resources. But what you forget is, when Atom Breaker turns into Steel Soul Controller, we get 3 resources. Oh, it's so cool. Gets an Arsenal Terminator tank, War Machine that's fully online. Hey, look, a blue block 3 because we don't have a base equipped. Widespread? No, I like my Arsenal. Don't do that. Don't do that. This is presumably. Oh no, it's a setup turn. Chat, we're about to pop off. Okay, let's go. We get to play our entire hand. Our entire hand. Check this out. Atom Breaker, check. Don't like your opponent's play? Simply ask them nicely not to. What a genius idea, Scott. Banish Fabricate, sad. Wait, you can put Steel Soul over Atom Breaker? I thought you couldn't. No, we can't, Mooberry. Did I say that? Because I definitely didn't mean to. Okay, so their widespread is on next turn. Boost twice, because we are digging for our breakers. I guess, you know, when we have Steel Soul Memory and Controller fully equipped, we probably don't really want to boost this twice. Our opponent has all of the reduced to rune chance. That's pretty hilarious. It is unfortunate for them, though, that they are spending their reactions when I still have an overpower card in my hand. Tank time, it's only for 6. Oh no, so Atom Breaker on top of Steel Soul triggers the Steel Soul effect, right? Because it's turning into an Evo with a different name. So that's how we got those 3 free resources. If you have another reduced to rune chant, I swear, Vynnset. No, trying to take it. Unmovable, and they get to throw back widespread next turn. That is unfortunate. I hope we have a spare blue. I hope we have 2 spare blues, question mark? Ooh. I can't wait for the 3rd Monarch set to see Plasma Fit punched by a tank. Okay, you know what? It's fine. It's fine. Because when our arsenal is banished, it's just being stowed away for later for our breaker. That being said, I will pitch here. Put that Steel Street Enforcement on the bottom for later. These I need to let through though. It's fine. Player who is definitely not fine. Why you gotta call me out like that, Scott? Sure, why did you pay life? Actually, why there? You know what's not fine is how much lower we are than this Vynnset. I don't have any... I don't really feel like we need to... Stop banishing fabricates me. That's unfortunate. So we've got our only fabricate in hand. Just means we have to banish our other breaker. We have 2 war machines in banished, but they only come in for 6 this game anyways. Yeah, this is not looking great, chat. I'll be real. Really missing that Arcane Lantern right about now. You know what, Chubberdunkus? That's fair. I did get extremely lucky with my early Evo banishes. Okay, okay. I like +1 intellect. Jack-o'-lantern, wow. Okay. Opponent gets to widespread destruction here. I would like to banish draw and put under a permanent. Not. Excuse me. I think at this point we just need to out-tank our opponent. Banish Facebreaker, draw another blue, perfect. So right now we're just sending tank. But we are going to arsenal a war machine and have 5 intellect on this turn because of our circuit breaker. I should have blocked with Steel Soul Memory because it's going to be gone. I'm so bad at this deck, chat. It's so complicated. So I just like actually should be up 2 life right now. Man, these are not very good when they are not 9 power. Why do I not have Arcane Lantern in my deck? Blocking's for cowards anyways. Blocking is kind of like the whole reason we're playing the deck though, just a little bit, just kind of. We have 2 tanks primed, right? Yeah, we do. An envelope? No. Can't you equip bases over AB equipment with fabricate? We can, Celis, but that assumes that I have them in my deck. And I don't. All right. Now check this out. Oh no, it's never mind. It's 5th from the top. Okay. Bottoms is 0 to 60. That's fine. Processing hit effects. Losing to dreads. Banish a card that we can't play. That's fine. That's fine. But let's break some faces. It says 1 under it. So we can't throttle and zipper hit and war machine this turn. What is our best line here? It's throttle, war machine, arsenal, zipper hit. I think so, yeah. Yeah. All right, let's go with it. I'm not super in love with circuit breaking when our deck is still so big. And I just don't see a point in face breaking yet. While these are nice tools that we have on board right now as like trips, it's not like we have to use them right away, right? This is going to leak damage and then we force interaction. Just can't help but notice that we really haven't been using the weapon much. Arcane Lantern would have been extremely good this game. Alright, well maybe this is at least giving our opponent some fits. What I wouldn't give... for the red evos to be base. Oh, the rare yellow ones? Yeah, that would be absurd, Scott. I would love that so much. We have to eat their arsenal? No, no. Why is this Vynnset playing so many unmovables? Kevin, what have you been teaching your disciples? It's so good versus me. I'm out of Atom Breakers. Opponent is taking a setup turn when I have a firewall in my hand. Unfortunate. But we still get to 0 to 60, zipper hit. Pistol, arsenal tank. Boost. Throwing away our zoom in. Unfortunate. Big Gundam with a minigun. That sure is the dream, Narabedia, isn't it? I tried really hard. I think the best that I've found is this so far. In terms of like actually having a cohesive plan. As far as deck building goes, at least. But no, you can do that like 1 to 2 times and you aren't allowed to anymore. Yeah. Boost. No. What I wouldn't give for one more Atom Breaker activation. If only we hadn't banished 2 Fabricates. I do have to say, it really feels like this deck is just really one of variants. When you boost all your Evos, you're like on Cloud 9, and then you draw all your breakers, and it's like, ooh. But it looks like a deck for in like a year. I completely agree, Narabedia. This feels like Fab 1.0 or 2.0, right? I think they had from like Monarch to Uprising a period of really, really strong hero designs. And I think they've realized it's kind of unsustainable, and they're walking back some of the power of the newer cards. Which is why we're seeing old Tears of Aria heroes living legend right now, and the new heroes not like put up results. And that of course is not to say that they're bad, just that we're kind of entering this new era of fab design. I know that like Brian Gottlieb has talked about wanting to increase variance a bit. And you definitely can feel it with a deck like this, right? Like, it is pretty inherently high variance, but I have to really applaud them, LSS, because like, this is fun high variance. Like, really, the deck's a blast, and yeah, it stumbles a bit, but I have fun while I'm doing it. So like, I don't know, as a card gamer, they're definitely doing their job, right? This is a billion. We have to block some. Unfortunate. How much do we need to block? It's a red Putrid Stirrings. Okay. So we're giving like 3 cards here. Understood. Sure. 11. Oh my god. Five, and then we just die. Sure. Sure, I'll block with my Atom Breaker. I didn't mean to, but that's fine. If we want a 0 variant stream, would all be playing chess? I fully agree, Strat, and it's, I think, really funny, because that is literally the reason I don't play chess. I just think, like, I enjoy games where there isn't always an exactly correct solution. You know what I mean? Like, you can sit there and argue about what line is better or not. I didn't think we would get into such like a philosophical discussion on card games tonight. This is pretty interesting, chat. I'm digging it. I think they could have banned Crown of Seeds and Oldhim would have been fine. I agree, Mr. PMA. I think Crown of Seeds is the most powerful piece of equipment in the game, more so than Fiendo's Spring Tunic. And I'm not sure it's particularly close. Losing to Dread Scythe Vynnset. What am I doing with my life? Opponent just has 3 room chance on the board. They didn't banish an attack, but we're still getting hit for 1 billion. Nice. This is where the villainous arc begins. Don't at me like that, Strahd. Don't at me like that. Why is there one leaking over? So sad. Right. Tread Scythe also deals a point of arcane. I am beyond dead. Good game, opponent. Well, if you had told me at the start of the night I would have lost to Tread Scythe Vynnset, I would have not believed you. But look at where we are now. Alright, Taylor, I'm starting to live up to your prediction of going 1-4 on stream. New decks are fun, but can you roll at PQs if you bring them isn't? Listen. I never said bring this to a ProQuest. I said I think this boost version is pretty I'm not even going to use the word consistent. I think this boost version is a very interesting way to build the hero. I'll be real with you, chat. Would I take this to a ProQuest? No, but would I take this to an armory? Absolutely. The deck is a blast. Like, it's so fun. Let's do a third game. Fourth game. Wow, they're just going by so fast. Vynnset's fun design in this Fab 2.0 era. Shame that Warmongers exist. Y'all gonna crucify me. Diplo's fine. Diplomacy's a fine card. It shouldn't be a blue 3-block, but like... Is it actually destroying the meta? No. Yeah, it's consistent. Just boost away your evos and not your fabricates. If you shuffle the right way and not randomly and cheat, then the deck always hits. Don't do that. Do not do that. That was a joke. Okay? Ooh, this is going to be hard. Talk about not a good matchup. Okay, firewall, no good. Not this, not this. There's too many cards I want to take out. This is a problem. All of these cards are fine. Blues are fine. These evos are fine. War Machine bad. These are fine. Don't really want to play Fabricates. These attack for 6. That's the nicest thing I can say about them. I'll play Annihilator Engine and be sad. Can you tell that I kind of sacked the wizard matchup when I was deck building this? Interesting. Yeah, I'm pretty happy to pay here because this hand sucks. Okay, alright, now let's go. Now we're talking. Boost. Just like that, right off the top. The funny part is we probably aren't playing that the entire game. Polar Blast is fine. You can have Dominate. Well, I'll tell you one thing. If there's any Teklovossen player in the world that's prepared for Iyslander, it's your girl. Do I care about this 3? Or would I rather just throw 5 more? I believe I'm the beatdown here, and I see a hand that attacks for a lot. Command and Conquer. Spicy. Boost. I think there's a balance, Strat. Like, you need some amount of, not silver bullet cards necessarily, but control cards, for lack of a better name. Twin Drive is a boost card. We can leave it on top. And then on our turn, we're going to lead with Dumpster Dive to play around the Frostbite. We can, through a Frostbite, throw 6 here, have Twin Drive to Arsenal. I'll take 3 pay 2. I believe Arsenal Twin Drive here is better than attacking with pistol. We're in a 10 life deficit, so not a great place to be. Opponent has 3 cards. Yeah, I think I want to move to Arsenal here. Try to set up a big hand. This does the thing. Ooh, fusing with Frostex. AB1 pay 2 all day. All day. And Iyslander, please Arsenal that Frostex. That card is atrocious. Should have pitched it to Waning Moon. So sad. So sad. Oh, can we Medi-Knight them? Yeah, we can. We can Medi-Knight them through a shock, through a Frostbite. It only takes 2 equipment though. Ugh, never mind. 3 equipment. Eats their Tunic or Cornet Peak. Sorry, I keep looking at the wrong place for the camera because since last time I streamed, I switched my monitors. And like my default is to look at small monitor, and y'all are up here now. Sorry, so I keep spiking the lens dramatically in the wrong direction. I kind of like the idea of eating their Tunic this early in the game, especially when they have something clunky like Frost Hex stuck in Arsenal. So let's dive through some data. Oh, no. I was misled by the Steel Cell Processor looking like it was in my hand. Just Talishar things. We don't have 3 blues in our hand. We have 2. Tech that in second cycle. Boost once on this Twin Drive. We're just not trying to banish Evos really. Blocking with an Ice Vein. I like that part. Can we... Yeah, we can cash in our base arms here. We just really don't have on hits in our deck. And they're very likely to take that, yep. Alright, so we're 10 life up, all the tempo in the world. This is a pretty good place to be. We get to throw 11, probably just 11 this turn. Let's play like this, trying to Arsenal the Zipper hit. I don't care about the freeze effect here. I do care about attacking here because it's light attacking for 3. Since breaking the frostbite means that we're not getting pinged by frost hex. No, goodbye Scott. It was great to see you hang out in chat. Thanks for stopping by, and get some nice sleep. I will probably do the same as soon as I'm done streaming. Okay, this is fine. We're up 10, arsenaling a zipper hit. And we drew into one of our evos, which CLF. Good to know. Luckily, we're very heavy on blues. I think I'm... Okay, how many resources do we actually need next turn through a CLF? It'll tax us by 2. Their tunic counter isn't up, so moon probably isn't happening. So we're looking at +2 resources to whatever we want to do on our turn. +2 is a baseline, right? So we attack with zipper hit. It costs 1, 2, 3. So that's our first blue. Next thing we do... So we're just discarding Atom Breaker here and taking 3. No, I'll discard Atom Breaker. And we can actually respond to this with Cogwort Space Chest so that we can also Dumpster Dive and also Plasma Pistol. Because like the CLF cancels out our 2 floating, so we just have to think about CLF tax, not Frostbite tax. So this costs 2, this costs 2. We have 3 here, so we can do +1 with Cogwort Space Chest. And it ends up being worth 2 damage on the turn. Resource for 2 damage, not bad. This feels so wrong, by the way. Like, I'm supposed to be playing that deck. I'm not supposed to be playing against that deck. Yeah, so they just have to take 1 billion damage here if they want to keep the CLF alive. And they don't... Hey, what's up, opponent? So yeah, opponent wanted to chat to ask like, why play boost Teklovossen over the other 2 maps? And I listed it there, typing out in the chat, but really I see 2 advantages, right? Boosting an Evo a quarter at a time is a lot like drawing a card. And you just have like the strongest 2-card hands in the game, late game, because of tanks. 2 cards, 9 overpower is just like actually absurd. I think my opponent recognizes me. That's pretty cool. This hand's atrocious. Oh dear. Well, it starts with a zipper hit. Uh, oh, that's really funny. We have something we can scrap for the dog. Because we just started an Evo earlier. That's awesome. So this hand threatens 13. I think we're in a pretty good position. Red Aether Hail. Red Aether Hail. Hi Dodon Chakra, you're on stream by the way. Love to always see another arcane enjoyer. Get to scrap, we get to play the Atom Breaker. Remember when I said Junkyard Dog scrapping an Evo was just the best value of any Evo playline? That's still true. Oh dear. Our opponent is passing. So we are going to instant this Atom Breaker to draw a new card and hopefully, oh, no, that's not how that works. Try to resolve Teklovossen. I'm sorry, what? What just happened? What just happened? Hold on. Why is everything tiny now? Atom Breaker. Why is everything so small? Did we just draw into another Evo? Oh my god. Actual disaster. Chat, this is like nightmare mode. We have an Evo equipped. We have nothing that we can boost. Attacks with Annihilator Engine. And sandbags of blue. Something funky is going on. What is this? I can still see at least. Okay. I don't think I want to arsenal this because it's a blue. I don't want to arsenal this turn. Yeah. Why is my hand so tiny? Alright, and just like that, all it takes is one brick hand, and we go from winning the game to we are so dead. I don't even want to Atom Breaker here, I just have nothing to spend the resources on. I guess like it will enable a pistol shot. Can I ask why I prefer boost over scrap Teklo? I think scrap Teklo has matchups that are just like actually unwinnable. Like Like versus Wizard. It's just, I just don't think you ever win that matchup. Yeah, I will AB1 it. It's just too passive of a deck. Maybe it's trope, but I wonder if playing a hybrid list where you switch between strap and boost depending on the matchup is viable. Omer, I think that probably will end up being like the best way to play Vossen. Opponent has 2 cards. We can swing pistol here. Just the best thing to do, right? Because it prevents Frost Hex damage. And they can't stride kill us from 11. This puts them to 1, so they have to perfect block everything now. They're probably gonna like Scar on their turn. Can we draw not another brick hand? We do draw another brick hand. Yeah, they're gonna Scar on their turn. We'll give you Engine because it doesn't do anything for us. And then we get to attack with dive through data, holding back 5 resources. So this forces the issue of give me a card and Tunic. Yeah, they don't have it. Yeah, alright, now I'm feeling pretty confident about this game again. We need 2 resources to swing pistol, so we can fully AB this. I will not pay. Sorry, I got a bit distracted because I'm having to wizard math versus the wizard. I think that there's probably a hybrid list out there that plays like strap into these slow controlling matchups, boost into the matchups where you need to be on the offensive. I personally haven't found 80 that fits both those plans in the same list, which is why I leaned so hard into boost with this iteration of the deck. Just because I want to see if like, can we get one of the game plans to work, and then we'll figure out later how do we incorporate both in the same 80, right? These silly Annihilator engines. Well, we are going to present 6 and ask our opponent if they got it. Opponent playing a frosting. I'll AB1 that. Teklo did in fact win the pool Z. We are currently 1-2, and it really could go either way on this Iyslander game. The fact that they're blocking from hand and going to 1 means they can't kill us with Storm Striders this turn. I think things are looking very good for us. But hey, allegedly this is like one of our harder matchups, right? And we are winning pretty well despite having just a full brick hand of do nothing. Yeah, there we go. I think they forgot to block, but I do think that game was wrapping up in our favor unless we drew another real brick hand, and we can take a look at the remaining deck. And this would have been an issue, but we probably would have been fine because we could break, we could mock break, destroy the base arms, have something to scrap for the dog. I mean, there's a 6 sideboard equipment for this hard matchup. Which part Z? Like, AB3 is whatever. I gotta say, the more I play with it, the more impressed I am with Teklo Plasma Pistol. in Teklovossen. I think having pistol for fast matchups and leveler for slow matchups is like right where you want to be. Because like you just can't present leveler versus Phi. You're gonna die way before you hit 4 evos. But 2 and 2, been going for about 2 hours. Let's do, you know what? One more game, and we're gonna go above 50% win rate this stream. I feel it. Seen Teklo just disrespecting and not playing AB3. No, you gotta listen. I am one of the most devout Iyslander mains you know. You will not catch me with wizard disrespect in my AD. It's just I can't do it. Like I physically recoil. Same hero, different. Same opponent, different hero. What? I want to go first. Just keep playing until 50+% win rate. Well, we're at 50 because we're 2 and 2. I remarked last time I wish I had leveler. We want the extra blues. We can take out the locked legs. Is this AD just like trying to find? Yeah, this was our opponent in the last game, which is pretty funny that we got repaired. I will say we weren't super impressed with the tanks last game, so maybe we just like throw in some more boost attacks and a dog. Let's try this. Let's try this. Everything is still super tiny. Is that like a settings issue? No. I don't know, chat. You're just gonna have to trust me on this really, really, really tiny hand down here. This is not that good. Firewall does nothing. It's not controls. Okay, so this works. It makes some things really, really tiny. I guess this is better, right? Why can I not activate Teklovossen? There we go. I just want to arsenal this throttle and dump these other cards, I think. Like, fabricate, good. But this hand. Now this, chat. Now this is a hand. I did the same thing again where I looked in the wrong direction. I mean, this hand just attacks for 19 next turn. Seems, and if we get to opt 3, this is a much more traditional Vynnset build. Oh my god, talk about tempo. We are gaming now, chat. Let's go. Oh, this is why we don't play at 25% zoom. Yes, on the world's tiniest button, I would like to boost. And of course, we're really good at banishing evos, just not the ones that we need. Yes, hand is actually absurd. Boost, yes please. We get to crack base chest here, attack with zoom in, opt 3, and then 0 to 60 afterwards, and banish an evo that we'll probably see on the opt. Alright, show me a breaker on top. Show me a breaker on top. Nope. Alright, ship it all to the bottom. We did hit a controller though, which is good. So we've got an Evo for the next turn cycle. I believe. I was wrong. Junkyard dog in the banished. Such a good boy, so sad. Casual 19 damage hand, right? $19 damage and we drew a card. Oh my god, this hand also does the thing. I'm not sure this Vynnset can make me block. What did I say earlier about high variance? Because this is high highs. Okay, I can't do this. Oh, zoom out, zoom in, fix the hand positioning. That was so strange. Yeah, I'm just out racing at this point. Like, ate that absurd turn and just crack back even better. Boost, banishing firewall. So we get to attack for 8 here, and equip our Steel Soul controllers. What's our record? Just got back from Armory. We are 2-2 currently, Taylor. We lost to Vynnset and Rhinar, and we beat Dorinthea. And you're not gonna believe this, Taylor. We just beat an Iyslander on stream. I'm pretty proud of that. Had some real stinker hands, but we got there. Oh, I can't activate arms. Hold on. You were so right. 5 damage. Thank you for pointing that out, Z. Now we've got a weapon. This hand doesn't do much. Attacks for 6. It's not the worst thing in the world. Blocks 4, attacks for 6, gets us our second Evo. Yeah, okay, I'm in. Zoom in, put on the bottom. Ooh, drew a Steel Soul memory off the top. With this deck hits, it just hits. Tactical confirm good. The best. Tier 1, Tier 0 deck, Taylor. Ignore the fact where we just had a major off turn. Looks like our opponent also might not have a great hand. Anytime you block with red mauve, things are suspicious. Shadow Rivers are very good. Very, very good. Okay guys, I promise we only have 27 blues. All these blue hands are not great. Not great. But it looks like this hand equips a Steel Soul memory next turn, which is good. It does it with a throttle and 2 blues. So we have 1 blue here to block with this turn. I'm inclined to keep it in deck. I hate wasting 2 block, but I think I can play the Funeral Moon, but there's a big difference between 2 chants and 1 chant. Looking to sell Teklovossen. Taylor, you got me on a roller coaster here. Are you in or are you out? This is just like almost certainly wrong. I know I'm a real Deathly Whale respecter. How is his functionality crediting an Evo for AB? I feel like whole plan crumbles. Yeah, Jace, I kind of agree. Up until very recently, I actually had Arcane Lantern in for Runeblades, with the idea that you can still play 4 Evos while having Arcane Barrier 1. I cut it because I decided Runeblades aren't real, and then I've played against 2 tonight, so maybe that was wrong. It was probably wrong, let's be real. This is a sick Fabricate hand. Banish +1. This is oh, so sorry. This is a super sick Fabricate hand. Yeah, I'm a real believer in that card. I think it's very good for the Runeblade matchups. I just like actively chose to not really respect them with this 80, and maybe that's wrong. Look at this full block. Full block. We're about to get pummeled. Oh, it's a Funeral Moon. I'm just so big on make 'em have it at this point when it comes to pummel. Whew. Did someone say 5 intellect? Because I think I just heard 5 intellect somewhere. That is not a breaker. We'll bottom it. Alright, alright. If I have to banish a Fabricate in order to banish a breaker, I'll take that trade. I'll take that trade. Alright, give me those sweet, sweet 5 cards. What does this hand do? Not a ton that's good. Seen Rusted Relic in a board and kind of liked it. I have 2 problems with that card, Jace. It's a generic, and it's a really bad card. This is sick because we get to block the flail follow-up with our Steelset controller and save it with our Facebreaker. That being said, I don't think we can block any on this Phantom Wraith, which is for 10. Oh my god, we're just dead. What's our turn? Our turn is permanently scrap with no booster. Yeah, Jace, I think if you're really control-y, you can see an argument for it there, but if you are playing boost, I just can't put a generic in this list because we're not playing Achilles Accelerator into most matchups. How many resources next turn? 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5. So we can block with Pulse Wave Harpoon. They get to opt on the Shadow Puppetry, but okay. They just didn't want to draw that card. Not swinging Flail with the follow-up is a choice. I mean, I'm still gonna break. And I'm just gonna redraw my red throttle. All right. Okay. You got me, Vynnset. I should have waited until my turn. That's on me. That's on me. Well played. Can't help but notice they don't have an armor suite though, so this Terminator tank might actually do something. Yeah, I just should have saved the facebreaker for my turn. That was actually just silly of me. I'll take 6 into 6 overpower though. Oh, especially if they're already blocking my cards from hand. Oh, and the D-react. This is going to be awkward. To go again. Into 6 overpower. Do we have... Not yet. We're not ready to circuit break. They had a double D react hand. Unfortunate, but we have tempo. We can present lethal. It's a pretty good turn with the breaker equip, yeah. Could have been better, but it was okay. Enforcement isn't doing anything here. And at this point, we're just trying to gun him down, right? The issue is we're pretty likely at this point to draw an all red hand. Not yet, though. That's good. Widespread destruction is an issue when we are this low. Are you liking only one copy of each breaker? I mean, I wish I could draw them more often, but you can't play more than one copy, because the moment that you do, you already have one equipped, and then you draw the second one in your hand. It's just like, this is a red, no block, do actual nothing, which is just like straight up unacceptable. So it's either 6, maybe 7, or guaranteed 6 overpower. I'm inclined to take the 6 overpower that's disruptive. Sure. But again, this stream is not looking great. Yeah, these reduces are just so backbreaking. Lesson learn. Oh, but they banished a non-attack. Oh, they had a brick hand. That's probably the game, because we can come in for 12. How much can we come in on our turn? A lot? BRB buying extended art reduced your ruin chance. Yeah, you totally should, Z. It's just like, card's absurd, especially in Vynnset. And this is one of my favorite promos, actually, is the non-foil extended art reduced to rune chance they did early on in the game's life. I don't play with foils because they curl, for competitive purposes at least. And those non-foil extended arts they had for Arcane Rising and Welcome to Wraith, just literally my favorite promos in the game. James White, if you for some reason end up watching the stream, please make more non-foil extended art promos. I will play with them all the time. Excuse me. Yeah. Non-foil extended art's like actually just the best thing ever. Yoink. Alright, now we just draw a blue here. Ah, yes, this is that really bad hand we stacked at the beginning of the game. Oh, we're so dead. We're so dead. Curse you, Vynnset, and your incredible one-card hands. Hate that lever was once per turn. It'd be too good if it wasn't once per turn though, Narabedia. It'd just be like a blue 0 for 6 every turn, 0 for 9 at the end of the game. Oh yeah, we're just like really dead. Alright, well there's a blue on top at least. You know what's funny though is Vynnset's at 1 life, so she can't pay to Vynnset ability to force anything through. The good old 1 card 10. Not once a turn with the yellow boots. Seven. I have to give you all my cards. Alright, so now we just play the waiting game. We wait for this Vynnset to brick. Nope, they still got it. They still got it. And it's 4. We have to give 2 cards on this 4. It's so sad. We're running out of deck, and I need blues to stop this arcane damage. Oh, no, it's just game. Yeah, you can play Phantom Wraith from hand. Okay. Vynnset confirmed. Teklovossen's worst matchup, assuming that you don't have Arcane Lantern. I really do think if we have Lantern and we get to play 4 Evos in this matchup, things are much better. That probably is one of my biggest takeaways from tonight, is that that card definitely deserves to be back in the list. Just such a difference between 6 overpower and 9 overpower. I think we're 5 games deep, a little over 2 hours at that point. Fabricate having dual value as block 3 and putting it under an item might have been good. I'm pretty happy with Fabricate's interaction with the breakers. Because you're right, once you have 3 breakers, Fabricate is a block 3 card with upside. I think the list is in a good spot, but unrefined. Were you at Calling Indie? You look familiar. I did play at both Calling Indies so far, Chase. I played Prism at the 2022 Calling Indie and Iyslander this year. I had a brief stint where I was 5-0, and then I lost a 3-game streak, unfortunately. That put me out of top 32 contention. But I was there, and you might have seen me, in fact. I have really fond memories of that event because it's actually where I got my Frost Hex playmat, which is what I play Iyslander on every game now, forever, for the rest of time. But I think those are my initial games on Boost Teklovossen. The deck seems promising. We're gonna use the word promising. I think this isn't right meta. I think this isn't the right meta for it. And I think I definitely could refine that AD I'm playing with a bit. But, you know, as my own personal sanity check, I'm really happy, like, I definitely feel the power of the deck, and I definitely am kind of sold on the boost package. There probably should be some scrap traders in here, just because that card is so efficient. Is it promising? All right, Jesse, we're talking about promising in two different contexts. You're talking about promising in terms of winning the world championship, and I'm talking about promising in terms of 3-0ing an armory. So just let's readjust expectations, okay? Then you just played GG. Yeah, good game, Doused and Die. You're not kidding. That was a very close game. Real good nail biter for stream for sure. I'm very interested in Teklovossen. I really enjoy the playstyle. I'll be frank, am I going to continue pursuing this as like a competitive deck? Not currently. That's Dio for me right now, plus Iyslander, and Azalea, and Dromai. There's a lot of really good decks right now. I still am kind of questioning what I'm going to be playing for Battle Hardened Pittsburgh. It's probably one of those things that I just mentioned, but like, let's be real, it is Iyslander, because it's just like, I am the Arcane Iyslander person, right? But I think I'm gonna call it here. I promise this time it won't be another month until my next stream. In fact, and I'll just tease this just a little bit, it happens to be Halloween next week. LSS happens to have just printed a card that literally has a jack-o'-lantern on it. So my current plan for next week is to celebrate Flesh and Blood and Halloween by consulting my good friend who was in the chat earlier, Kevin Breyer, aka the Arcanite's Shadow. And we're going to see if we can just force Jack-o'-lantern to work in Vynnset. I'm really excited about that one. It should be next Wednesday, same time, same place, right here on Hit Effect. Until then, though, I think we're going to call it a night. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys. I hope you enjoyed me playing a bad Teklovossen list really poorly, but I'm sure that I will revisit this in the future once I figure out some of those deck list slots that were a little questionable tonight, maybe. Prism should be on my list, so you can get a good grasp of it. That's a great point, Z. I actually have done quite a bit of Prism deck building. I think the deck is excellent, except for that it can't beat Aether Ashwings, and Dromai happens to be a tier 1 deck right now. But yeah, I'm sure that I can find some time to stream Prism in the near future. Currently, I'm on a hybrid Luminaris and Iris build, and I kind of actually really like it, which I never thought I would say. But maybe we'll see. I feel like I've got way more ideas of what I want to stream than I actually have time, which is a good thing. I just have to find the time. Ashwings do suck, yeah. It is unfortunate. I just wish LSS. Hey, here's a hot take. Ban Rake the Embers. Don't actually do that. I'm just a salty Prism player. But thanks for hanging out, chat. I think I'm going to call it there for a night. I will catch you next week. Vynnset gameplay. I'm going to be really bad at it. But I will have a good coach. See you next time. I would like to end this stream by thanking my highest tier patrons on the Patreon, Bluebird, Joshua Levy, Kevin Breyer, and Levi Rauch. If you're interested in supporting my channel and helping me make more and more interesting content, please check out my Patreon. It's linked below in the description. I make this channel with a running promise of I will never gatekeep any content I make ever. It is purely if you enjoy what I make and would like to support me in that endeavor. At the $1 frosting tier, you can get to play with the on-hit effect card backs you saw me using on Talishar today. At the middle Aether Hail tier, your name will be included in the credits that you see scrolling here. And at the Ice Bolt tier, I will personally shout you out as I'm doing now. Thank you for watching, everybody. I will see you next week.